What's the zestiest thing you caught a guy that you was talking to or dating doing and it turned you off?
Like liking his nipples played with.
Oh my God. Welcome back. We're here with another episode of BTS. We have a reoccurring guest. Hi, Steph. How you doing?
Hey, guys.
It's good to see you. Thank you for sitting down with
well.
me. Yes. We got to do another reaction video too and another blind date.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not a blind date, but another reaction. She's like, I'm good on that.
I'm good on it.
So I'm going to start off. Have you been keeping up with anything that's going on with the Diddy trial? What are your thoughts on the Diddy trial? Do you feel like he's going to get off?
I hope he doesn't get off.
Me too.
I haven't been following it, but I think just that video I seen of him beating Cassie up in the hallway was crazy, and that did it for me.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think about his apology? Did you think it was genuine? Or?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It was like a black man's cry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling it.
It definitely looked like he was just like looking at the camera for sympathy.
Yeah, of course.
He didn't say her name, which I thought was insincere. But then again, I did see something that if he did say her name, it could have been used as like witness intimidation or tampering. So
I just think he was just too far down a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Like that apology didn't mean anything.
it should have happened right after the video.
Exactly.
Type shit. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So you also see 50 Cent is very. How would you feel if you had a baby daddy like 50 Cent? Do you think he go too far, or do you think he just
50
honest?
Cent he just thinks everything's funny.
Yeah.
You know, like everything is comedy to him. So I don't know if I'd be able to deal with that.
Yeah. Cause it's like 50. It's like, bro, you making fun of your baby mother, but I think he low key hurt under that, cause he loved that girl. Cause why you have a baby with her?
I don't know if he would be hurt, because I feel like he's so big headed. Like I don't know if he's actually hurt. So I think he's just thinking everything is just comedy, everything is a joke, and what he can get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So my dad thinks that Diddy's gonna get off. I don't think Diddy's gonna get off.
What? Diddy better not get off.
He thinks he's gonna get off because of the evidence part. Like, okay, well, all these girls were willing participants, but I'm like, but pops, I'm like, at the end of the day, I feel like they're gonna have something to stick to him. There's too many allegations.
Something's gonna stick, regardless if the evidence doesn't stick. Something is gonna stick, and he gonna do some time.
Hopefully, because we don't mess with the diddlers over here.
No, we do.
Yeah,
not.
absolutely.
No, we do not.
But sticking to the whole jail conversation, because we're just starting off on the rip. The Tory situation too. I want to stay on that. Do you think Tory might beat this? Like, you think he has another?
I hope Tory does beat this case. I'm a Tory fan. I'm also a Meg fan.
Yes.
But
right is right, wrong is wrong.
Exactly.
Gangsta.
I don't think that was in Tory's character.
Yeah.
And free Tory.
Free Tory, heavily on that. Yeah. I do want to give some advice to Tory. I think if you're locked up and you're with lifers, you should never. I guess he got stabbed.
Yes.
So I guess the motive behind the stabbing actually was that he said something to the guy who's doing life. He said like your girl's trying to like talk to me and shit. Ooh. I don't think that's good advice. You should never cause they have nothing to lose. They
ain't got
nothing.
They don't got nothing to lose.
He no.
But I think he might have just been in there feeling himself, smelling himself a little too much.
Well, guess what? He's Swiss cheese right now. So, but praise to Tory. I hope he beats that.
Yes.
But speaking of jail, how do you feel about dating guys in jail? How do you feel about that?
I'm not doing it. I'm not setting myself up for it. No.
She said, hard no. Why?
Let's see. Hard no. Why? Just because they let them do their time in peace. I've had a situation with someone in jail right now, and they looking at some crazy time.
Damn.
And I'm just like, I can't do nothing for you.
Do you feel like kind of like you putting yourself on hold?
Absolutely not. My life is not on hold. I'm not stopping nothing that's going on. You did the crime. You do the time.
That's what my grandma said to me too. That's why I never did the time shit. What that?
I'm like, you there. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not doing it.
So how do you feel about like dating younger? Like, would you date a YN?
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. Okay, is it just a term YN that's like, oh hell no? Or would you date a younger man?
Well, I'm about to be 30.
Okay.
I'll be 30 in December.
You're a baby. I'm just saying. I turned 30 in January, so that's what I'm talking about.
I will be 30 in December, and I feel like what I bring to the table, a YN cannot ever match. Like I don't want drug money. I don't want the slang around my children.
Yeah.
Like I'm all set.
What about an athlete? Like a young 23, you know what I'm saying?
No.
So what's your cutoff age for like youngest you'll date? Because mine is like 25.
No one younger than me. I'm just not. There be grown ass men still acting like children.
I definitely see some grown men, even when I go, like, I don't go to the clubs anymore, but like when I, like, for the few moments I be single, because I'm a relationship guy, but for the few moments I was single, I was in the clubs for a couple times, and I see mad dudes like my dad's age. My dad's age is high 40s, but it's like, what do you, how long you want to be living this life?
Yeah, with the chains on and the grills in.
Jordans, because I'm 30 and I'm already like, all right, I'm over this. I've been over the club scene since like my late 20s. I'm already over that.
Yeah.
So
you know what's crazy? I went to the Mix last week and I ran into this dude and he looked older and he's talking and whatever, but he gave me YN vibes.
Oh.
So I'm like,
run.
But you know, he was older, so I'm like, maybe this is just like his appeal when he's outside. Maybe this is just how he is. And then I went out with him and I was just like, ooh.
It still was matching up to just young.
It was giving gross. I was trying to get somebody to come get me.
He got a black belt in manipulation. You
Yeah,
gotta
it was just not. And I'm like, at this big grown age, like, you didn't come correct. So
what do you think that attribute to? I know there's like a actual reason for like the label for, you know, people that are scared to mature, like, and stay in that age frame. Like,
I think they just like the fun that comes with it. You know, like the people that surround them, the company that they keep is what's, you know, keeping up with it. Because from Instagram, all the people he's with, they're like younger than him, and I'm like, that's cool. You in your 40s trying to be a rapper. I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's giving weird.
Yeah. You have the SoundCloud link. You giving out mixtapes and shit outside the club. That's crazy. I've asked Boots. I'm like, take this shit. I don't want this shit. Especially when we was doing the rap shit. We had so many people trying to give us their mixtape. I'm like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I feel like the hell, like the Asian dude with all the bootlegs coming in the store. But yeah, I feel you on that. So you say, and anything younger than you not going for?
No, not at all.
I hear that. What about the old? Like, do you have any preference with older men? You just won't date way older? How old?
I would say anything over 35
is a cutoff.
Is a cutoff for me.
Okay.
If you older than 35, you giving sugar daddy vibes.
Okay.
And what's that?
That's interesting. I can't even respond to that because I had a response to that. So how do you feel about dating outside of your race? Like, would you be open to dating outside of your race?
So I come from a Caribbean background.
Hey. What part?
Barbados.
Barbados? I was about to say you look Asian.
You know?
Gangster.
Dating outside of my race?
What
does that mean?
Like, would you be open to dating, like, you know, a white man? Would you be open to dating an Indian? They don't usually date outside the race, but would you be open to dating just anything outside of, you know?
I don't think so. I feel like it has to be brown skin. It has to be dark skin. I do have a little leeway for some light skins.
You pass. You're like, you can pass.
I try not to.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Okay. And is there any reasoning, or it's just like,
it's not a physical attraction. It's
not what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I hate that people like feel like a way when somebody says that's just not my preference.
Yeah,
like,
it's just not my preference.
We all have preferences. We just don't say it out loud.
I mean, there's like, they might be good looking, but like, to be in a relationship with, I just don't see myself with them.
Yeah, you gotta wake up and actually like what you see.
Right.
So you could never do like love at first sight type shows and shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hear that. That's why you hated your blind date.
Yeah, for sure.
We traumatized stuff. Steph ain't coming back.
Like, what the hell? Out of all people y'all placed me with, I don't even know where he was even from.
Oh shit. What's the zestiest thing you caught a guy that you was talking to or dating doing and it turned you off?
Zestiest, I would say.
Or some shit you just like, what is going on?
Like liking his nipples played with.
Oh my god. Not the nipple pincher. Yo.
Yeah, like it did something to him. I just wasn't feeling it.
You know what's crazy? I had this conversation with Shorty the other day. I said, yo, she tried to like creep up and like kiss my chest. Hey, what you doing, girl?
Yeah, like it started off with just the rub, but then it became like, can you lick it? Can you suck it? No, I cannot do that for you.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. It's kind of giving like mama vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big mama.
Big mama.
He's big mama. Huh? It's funny. Yeah, it's opposite.
Yes,
you want to know a funny story? I was in an elevator a couple years back, like man long ago. This sounds crazy. But we was at this Year Up thing that I was doing. I don't know if you heard of Year Up, Austin. I ain't going to say the two names. I don't even know their names. I didn't want to. So we in the elevator. They're going to their floor. I'm going to my floor. And I just, you know, when you're in front of people and you can hear their conversation, I'm listening. And he's like, yeah, bro, like, do you like, you know, I got mine pierced. I was going to do the other one. I'm thinking they talk about the earrings. He's like, yeah, bro, like, and Shorty, like, she started sucking it. And then I'm like, hold up. I'm thinking they're talking about down there. I'm like, hold up.
Way.
And they're literally talking about their nipples, bro. So from that point, I was like, I don't know how that does it for women, but
it's
glad to know that most women aren't really into that.
But some are. Some are kinky, you know?
Yeah, that's too kinky.
I don't mind being kinky, but the sucking nipples, I'm all set.
So do you feel like that takes away from like your man being real masculine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, because I don't know how you feel about guys that get their groceries eaten, like. Because I heard some dudes even be having their legs up in the air like a helicopter, like.
I am not even playing with that.
Yeah, because how you look at your man the same?
I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
I've heard situations or
people
doing it, and I'm just like, that's good for you. I'm not doing that.
You're more traditional.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I'm traditional, but like, if the nigga brings that side out of you, like, we can get kinky, we can get freaky,
You'll role play.
You know?
Okay.
But the gooch, the nipples.
Yeah. Don't touch the
some guys like their toes suck.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Boots. Different. That is
I'm
different. Not this big toe. Shit. I saw you this toe. You already want to leave. Hold up. Okay, so I want to ask you too. Can you please, have you been to Miami?
I have.
Okay, so give me right now. I want you to dress. Put together the starter kit for every Miami nigga right now.
The starter kit.
Steph's edition. And remember, we gonna put this on the screen. So give me the starter kit for a nigga that's in Miami that you know probably is on his last, don't got no money.
On his last, but he looking like
he looking like. So what would that look like for the ladies watching?
It's given like 4 to 6 chains that was bought in the middle of the mall.
The kiosk. Not the kiosk chain.
Right. It's given a snapback fitted hat.
Not that.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm broke. I tell you on the first date.
It might give like a jersey. It don't gotta be from Miami, but it's given a jersey.
Very easy put on.
Some type of designer jeans.
Doing
What's
too
the one
much.
with like the purple?
The purple jeans. The tag definitely still attached.
The tag still attached.
Oh, God. Those shit's done been through every washing machine.
Oh my goodness. I'm so tired of seeing them. And some like forces, some ones.
The G-Phase, those all whites.
You know.
Yeah. We gotta play those out, fellas. We gotta hang those up.
Them.
Gotta hang them up. It's okay to have a pair, but you cannot always pull them out every day.
You can't.
Yes.
But definitely don't forget the chains.
Yeah, the chains are crazy, especially when you know, like I've been in a real jewelry store. They let me put on the Cubans because I'm not faking. I didn't take no pictures in it neither. All right, but I wanted to experience like, damn, JB having this on. They're heavy. There's no way that you have these Cuban links on and there's 6 of them.
Yep.
And you saying, yo, bro, grab these. I'll pay you back. Like, what the hell? I have my mans when we talk about, yo, bro, grab this for me. I ain't gonna say no names. He's like, yo, bro, grab this. I'm gonna cash app you.
No way.
Nigga, please. And that Cuban link is folding. Cuban links do not fold. That's all I want to say.
Right.
They don't fold. They get tangled, but they don't fold.
Yeah, absolutely right.
My bad. Okay, so I also want to know. So you said something about, okay, so that's how you could tell a broke nigga's attire. But how can you tell a broke nigga? Like, you could just tell? And what are some signs?
I would need like a good 15, 20 minutes to see what it's given.
See what it's given?
Because appearance, you may look like you got it.
Yeah.
You know? And then some people, they may not have the appearance and they really do got it.
Yeah.
So I would need to vibe for like 15, 20 minutes.
So kind of how they talk too?
How they talk.
Hold themselves.
Their demeanor.
Yeah.
You know, what they're ordering.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, because sometimes nigga might be like, all right, I'm saying we can get appetizers. We just split the appetizers, right?
Right.
Like,
or you eat. I'm good. I don't want to eat.
Have you ever had a man tell you what to order? Like, I got this. I'll order for you.
No.
Okay, that's good.
But I've had someone like detour me from the restaurant that I wanted to go to.
Oh. Oh, this is a first date?
On a first date.
Oh, you're supposed to take her when she want to go to first date.
On a first date.
Do women respect honesty still?
Yes, 100%.
So like so if a nigga's like a nigga like me, right? I'm not saying this for myself because I'm getting killed. But a nigga like me, if a girl's like, oh, let's go to Eddie V's, I'd be like, look, respectfully, I'm not Eddie V's nigga on the first date. You're gonna have to earn Eddie V's maybe the second date. I gotta know I like you. So you know what I'm saying? Like, can we not? I'm not.
I think.
And I give her a choice though. I said, you know what? I'm not really feeling Eddie V's on the first date, but I appreciate that's what you like to do. And if I'm not that man for you, then I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? But this is more my speed. We go to Earl's on the first date. Is that cool with you?
Earl's is not bad though.
Right? If she says no, then I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Right.
Or I might say, let's go to Burton's.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like that.
I feel like on a first date, you should know the type of person you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So, like, I've heard somebody say, oh, you look like you like, you know, rooftops and steakhouses.
You like an
and
I
do. And do. Right? But I'm also very humble.
Yeah.
So, like, we can go to cheesecake. Mm-hmm. I love me some cheesecake.
Shout out to cheesecake.
So I think it just depends on the type of person you're talking to and the vibe that you give. If you come off the gate and you got all this bling on and you talking about money and all the, boy, take me to the finest steakhouse there is. Does
aesthetic play a factor too? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. So like, I feel like if men are smart, right, and fellas, if you're watching this, if you're not balling, right, there's a good way to do it. Aesthetics count. So just find a nice restaurant with scenery. Yes. A woman's gonna appreciate it, right? Yep. And don't cut her off the menu. Make sure you got your coins in order. If you're gonna take a woman out, you got to be able to cover the bill, bro. Don't do the splitting shit on the first date.
I went on a date and a dude told me I can order what I wanted. And I was like, okay. I'm like, are you eating? He's like, nah, I'm not really hungry. The lady comes and gets the card to take for the bill, and the card declines. And I'm looking at him like, I know I just ordered a lemon drop and some buffalo wings. Like,
oh, you took it easy on him.
You know what I'm saying?
And his card was still declining. He didn't even eat.
Card declined.
So what did he have? He just had liquor?
He had water because he didn't even have his license to get liquor.
Who that sound like? I'm never having a license at this girl age. I ain't gotta say the names. I love you, boy.
I was just like, yeah. I'm like, you don't worry about it. I got it. But by the time I walked outside,
it was all set, blocked,
decline, blocked,
good,
all of it.
As you should, because that's I feel like that is great advice to the young fellas watching. Yes. Know the personnel you taking out. If you think she's out of your league, stack up some cheese, nigga. Just and come correct and be honest after. You could be like, yo, look, I really wanted to impress you. After, I think she'll respect it. Like, you know, I can't afford that every week, but she'll respect it that you went out your way.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I still stick by honesty. But you know, we eating good over here. We gonna eat. That's one thing. I don't care if I gotta give you a head start to the car.
Right.
I'm kidding. I'm like, all right, Steph, you gonna go to the bathroom, right? I'm gonna stay here a little longer. We gonna order everything in this bitch. Oh shoot. Give me a time you went on a date. Like, what's your worst date? Was that probably it?
No.
Okay.
I've had worse, and it's so bad.
I love these stories.
I went on a date on Newberry Street.
Okay.
And remember the person I told you, like, oh, I met them at the Mix, da-da-da. So I went on the date with
That's where y'all went?
Right.
Okay.
So we went. No, we didn't go to the Mix. I met him at the Mix.
Oh, you met him at the Mix, but y'all went on a date in Newberry Street next.
Right, exactly. Okay. And his whole demeanor was just like, it was just a lot. You know, he had the baggy pants and the hat turned to the side and missing the tooth on the side. You know what I'm saying? It was just.
What do you think he tip? He think he T.I. Harris? Tip Harris? What the fuck?
And we get there and, you know, like he let me order whatever I want. But again, we're on Newberry Street, you know, and we're sitting outside and he's like, oh, I want to face this way so we can watch everybody. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem.
Back to the door, so he can see the door.
So no, we were outside so we can see like the crowd walking by.
Okay, I'm not mad at him.
You know, cool, whatever. But as we're sitting there, it's like white person this and white person that, and I'm cringing like, oh my God.
Don't tell me turning Huey Newton on the date.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, and he's loud and obnoxious, and I'm just like,
read a room.
This is not going well.
Yikes.
And I try lowering my tone, like, you know, what else do you like to do for fun? And, you know, what do you do for work?
Yikes.
And it just wasn't hitting. And he's like, oh, you seen that white person over there?
Oh my God. So he's a people watcher and he's on a date and he's people watching and he's loud and obnoxious.
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
And we were the only brown skinned people in the restaurant.
Well, now you guys are very much seen.
You know what I'm saying? Even more. And I'm just like, okay, it's time to go. How do I get out of here? How do I leave? And then he wants to like shop on Newberry, and I was just like, yeah, I gotta get my kids. My kids get out of school. And he's like, oh, I thought you said they get out. Yeah, after school's closed early. I'd have been
like, my son hungry. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
He said the kitchen's closed. I gotta get out of here.
I gotta go. So I think that was the worst.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing being on Newberry.
So if you're watching this, sir, you're all set.